Welcome to Cape Town News. Today is Thursday, the 10th of July, 2025, and here's what's making headlines in the Western Cape. Probe launched into failed housing handovers in the Western Cape. City applies to evict long-standing refugee camps. Reckless driver nabbed after dramatic high-speed chase. 23 dead in just 1 week on Western Cape roads. World-class chamber music festival opens in Stellenbosch. Cold front eases as Cape braces for calmer Friday conditions. Pressure is mounting on the Western Cape government as a parliamentary committee has demanded an urgent investigation into delays and irregularities surrounding social housing projects across the province. The Portfolio Committee on Human Settlements raised alarm on Wednesday over mounting complaints about failed handovers, blocked units, and incomplete title deed processes affecting vulnerable beneficiaries. Among the key concerns is the stalled Pine Tree Crescent development in Kryfontein, where dozens of completed units remain vacant due to administrative backlogs and disputes over qualifying criteria. Committee chairperson Machwena Semenya labeled the delays as unacceptable and said it undermined national housing objectives. The committee also criticized the Western Cape Department of Human Settlements for its lack of clarity on budget allocation and beneficiary communication. According to sources, some families have waited over 3 years for keys to homes they were allocated on paper. The DA-led provincial government claims national underfunding and land access issues have compounded the delays. In response, Provincial Minister of Infrastructure Tertuis Simmers defended the province's track record, citing 21,000 housing opportunities delivered in the last financial year. However, the committee insisted that these achievements do not absolve the government of accountability in cases where families are still stuck in transitional housing or backyards. The City of Cape Town, together with the Ministers of Home Affairs and Public Works, has filed a joint eviction application against refugees occupying emergency housing sites in Maitland and Belleville. The application was lodged at the Western Cape High Court and targets groups who have been living in makeshift camps since the 2019 refugee protests outside the United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees office in Cape Town. Roughly 160 individuals remain at the Wingfield site in Maitland, many of whom say they fear xenophobic violence if forced to return to communities such as Dunoon. Others have built shelters around large tents provided during the COVID-19 lockdown. Despite government offers to assist with reintegration and legal documentation, many have refused, demanding resettlement in countries like Canada or Germany. City spokesperson Luthando Taihalibongo confirmed the court process is moving forward and reiterated that continued occupation is unsustainable. Minister of Home Affairs Leon Schreiber echoed this sentiment, saying, "These were emergency shelters, never meant to be permanent solutions." The United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees has encouraged the group to comply with South African laws and return to communities. A help desk has been set up for those seeking voluntary repatriation, but uptake remains low. The matter is expected to appear in court within weeks, with security, legal, and humanitarian experts all keeping a close watch on how the situation unfolds. A 43-year-old man is facing multiple charges after leading Metro Police and SAPS on a high-speed chase through Cape Town's southern suburbs on Monday, ending with his dramatic arrest in Muizenberg. The chaos began in Wynberg when officers attempted to pull over a white VW Polo seen driving recklessly in Church Street. Instead of stopping, the suspect bolted, speeding through Parkwood, Lavender Hill, and onto Prince George Drive, at times veering into oncoming traffic. The Muizenberg Community Policing Forum confirmed that police vehicles and a municipal waste truck were damaged during the chase. Metro Police, with support from SAPS, eventually shot out the Polo's tires near Sunset Circle, forcing the suspect to a halt. Police spokesperson Malcolm Poggi said, "The man has been charged with reckless driving, drug possession, resisting arrest, and damage to state property. He was treated for a head injury and remains in custody ahead of his appearance in the Wynberg Magistrates Court." The viral video of the chase has sparked online outrage and renewed calls for stricter enforcement against reckless drivers on Cape roads. Authorities are raising the alarm after a deadly week on the province's roads saw 23 people killed in 23 separate crashes between the 30th of June and the 6th of July. More than half the victims were pedestrians, according to data released by the Western Cape Mobility Department on Wednesday. Provincial Mobility Minister Isaac Sileku expressed deep concern, calling the fatalities avoidable tragedies driven by recklessness and alcohol abuse. A total of 57 arrests were made for drunk driving during the week, despite poor visibility and heavy rains making roads more hazardous. Among the victims were 15 pedestrians, 4 drivers, 3 passengers, and 1 motorcyclist. The province also conducted over 200 enforcement operations, stopped more than 27,000 vehicles, and issued over 4,000 traffic fines. Sileku urged Cape Townians to rethink their choices behind the wheel. These are not just statistics. Each one is a life lost. Someone's parent, sibling, child, he said. Authorities also reminded pedestrians to wear reflective clothing, especially during early evenings when visibility drops significantly. Road users are being urged to remain alert and use sober transport options wherever possible. The Stellenbosch International Chamber Music Festival returns this week with an electrifying lineup of concerts, lectures and masterclasses at Endler Hall in Stellenbosch. Running until the 13th of July, this annual event showcases world-class performances from South African and international talent. Highlights include full orchestral performances, ensemble showcases, and student recitals. Each evening's concert presents pieces from Mozart, Brahms, and lesser-known contemporary composers. The festival is also a powerful educational experience, offering workshops and coaching sessions for aspiring young musicians. Tickets range from 165 Rand to 230 Rand per concert, although full festival passes have already sold out. Festival director Nina Schumann said, "The Stellenbosch International Chamber Music Festival is more than a festival. It's a cultural heartbeat that brings together generations through music." Tonight's performance is scheduled for 8 p.m. and includes works by Dvorak and Mendelssohn, interpreted by an ensemble of international faculty and standout local performers. With its unique blend of artistic excellence and mentorship, Stellenbosch International Chamber Music Festival is cementing its reputation as a jewel in the Western Cape's winter arts calendar. For more details, visit www.sicmf.co.za. Here is your money, commodities, and crypto updates. Starting with major currencies, the US dollar is trading at 17 Rand and 80 cents. The British pound stands at 24 Rand and 21 cents. And the euro will cost you 20 Rand and 88 cents. Moving to the commodities market, gold is priced at 1,898 Rand and 96 cents per gram. Silver is trading at 20 Rand and 84 cents per gram. Platinum is valued at 772 Rand and 64 cents per gram. And Brent crude oil is trading at $67.36 per barrel. In the cryptocurrency market, Bitcoin is valued at 1,978,646 Rand, while Ethereum is trading at 49,510 Rand. Ripple XRP is priced at 43 Rand and 11 cents. And finally, Solana is trading at 2,731 Rand. Keep in mind that these numbers are based on the latest data, but may still change as markets fluctuate in the course of the day. Cape Townians should brace for a sharp drop in temperatures tomorrow, as a powerful cold front tightens its grip on the Western Cape. A mix of icy winds, passing showers, and heavy cloud cover will dominate much of the day, especially across coastal areas. Cape Town will struggle to reach a high of just 14 degrees Celsius, while Paarl peaks at 13 degrees Celsius and Stellenbosch sees a brisk maximum of 12 degrees Celsius. Wind speeds along the Atlantic seaboard will surge to between 35 and 45 kilometers per hour, blowing in cold westerly gusts throughout the day. By the evening, those gusts are expected to shift slightly northwesterly, intensifying the chill factor even further. Ocean swell conditions will be rough and hazardous. Expect waves reaching up to 4.5 meters, with an average swell period of 13 seconds, making sea outings risky and best avoided. Mariners are advised to exercise extreme caution. Tides around Cape Town will begin with a low tide at 6:54 a.m., followed by a high tide at 1:12 p.m. and another low tide around 7:15 p.m. Early risers can expect sunrise at 7:53 a.m., while sunset will close the day at 5:52 p.m. UV levels will remain low, but the icy conditions warrant warm layers and windproof gear. With that, we conclude today's bulletin, and now you know what's happening in the mother city. Thank you for watching Cape Town News. Make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss a story. We appreciate your support. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget, tomorrow's Cape Town News drops right here on YouTube at 12 noon. Meanwhile, stay safe, informed, and connected.